Hey, here we are again for another Whiskey Mystery. I'm Phil.
I'm Deepa.
And Whiskey Mystery number 106. Picked by Ralph. Out of 150 on the shelf. So that means, you know, we're definitely crossing 250 by the time we get to the end of this. Okay, for the next 12 minutes, we've drunk a lot of this. We will nose it and taste it and rank it somewhere on our very busy shelf. We've got a few that we can compare to as well. No. Fluff. Not very professional. Can't have fluff in whiskey tastings. Right, let's get straight to the pour because this is the lightest thing I think we've ever seen. Look at that. That is very, very clear. And it's also pretty light on the ABV stakes, isn't it? Look, I can hardly get a bubble out of it. Here's compared to 40%. I'm like, okay, is it even worth going higher? 43? Those 43 bubbles look bigger. So I'm not quite sure what to make of that. Now,
I almost got it. That's my stuff.
Deepa's glass gets poured earlier, so she's already had a few drops in. But I'm going to just put one drop in because this is lightweight. How is everyone? Hope you're doing well. So does it smell lightweight? 106.
Very light.
Light spirit, or you mean light flavors?
Both.
Or aromas? Yeah, it is. It's all kind of very faint nectarine fruit type of flavors, isn't it? Or aromas.
Nectarine.
But pleasant though. But it's like, I want more. It's like, come on. A tiny bit of dustiness with it. Maybe you get more out of the full glass.
More of nectarine.
Okay, a little deeper with this glass. Like a tiny bit of honey in with very watery nectarine juice.
Very summery light.
Summery and light?
No peat, no smoke.
Yeah, I'm searching for anything that's off. Nothing sulfury, smoky, not even very much malty cereal.
And
to
not
be
even
honest.
sour.
I mean, a little bit of dusty oak, maybe.
It's very faint, separate.
What is that? I almost feel like we have to go into the taste because the nose is hardly giving us anything.
Marzipan.
Faint shortbread and marzipan. We had that yesterday as well. I'm just looking at my drawing off the side. Yeah, it is. We'll get back to that in a minute. Wow. Let me see if I can build up some vapors while Deepa has her first taste.
It's very summery, very
summery.
light. Delicious.
We've definitely established summery and light. Tell us some new information.
It's a very fine pepper at the beginning.
Fine pepper.
And then it calms down, summery light.
Oh, summery and light. A little bit more green leaf going on in here. If I really kind of trap in some vapors. A little bit slightly green.
And
A little bit oaky. Maybe it's older than I first thought. You know,
it's almost nectarine juice with water.
Nectarine juice and water. I'm going to tell you the ABV so you can go looking. I haven't even sipped it
It's
yet.
almost a new milk. So young, but at the same time, I'm getting very finished. So it's got to be older. So after that,
So it's young and older.
yes, very strong
Quite
carbonation.
peppery. There's quite a lot of pepper.
Only the first half.
Okay. First clue. Here we go. It is. Oh, it's a 43%er. So, for you people wanting to go spreadsheet hunting, why don't you go and have a look? I'll give you a quick preview. We've got quite a lot of 43s, but it's so light. What could it be? Not that, surely. Antiquary? No, that's a blend. Oh, Balblair. Fettercairn. I don't think there's enough sherry for a Glenfarclas or Glengoyne. No idea about Glenkeith. Could that be light? It could be. Could be Glenkeith. That's sherried. Not Heather. Oh, Old Pulteney. Suntory. Glenturret. Oh, well. Who knows?
Beautiful finish. Beautiful finish.
I have
that and about them more, but at the same time, about the inside the finish.
This is what happened yesterday when we were doing our homework, that I was pretty dismissive at first. I thought, oh, this is just something young and light, 43%. And it's pleasant. But it's like, no, it's fine. Somewhere down on the bottom of the shelf. But then the more we had it, the more we thought, no, maybe this is something old and delicate.
And then we come back with the older whiskey.
I've got a pretty bad reputation on saying 21-year-old whiskies taste like they're very young. So based on that alone, I'm saying this is old because I think it's young.
But it's not over the 20 because for me, my mind, but above 20, it's got to be fruity and bitter. But this is not fruity. So therefore, I'm going to put 20 up with the 18.
See, I just don't know. I like it. How much do you like it? We're going to do some comparisons.
The top shelf, actually, it's the most lightest whiskey you can compare with the soft ones.
This is the lightest whiskey we've had, I think, in terms of flavours. I mean, I thought, okay, maybe it's something close to the Glen Grant. And we had a little sip of that. And we're like, no, that's much more sort of deep honey. I mean, it does have the kind of profile of these light ex-bourbon old whiskies, but it's only 43%, so it's not an independent bottle. I don't think.
It's almost a category of every whiskey.
There is this kind of fine little sort of mustiness about it.
Almost smoky, but it's not smoky.
So that makes me think, though, that there is some barrel age to it, even though these flavours are such light, delicate nectarine flavours. Okay, let's compare to something.
About this.
Look, one of the bottles in the running, I thought, was Old Pulteney 12. So I thought, well, let's try Old Pulteney 17, which has been down on the shelf here for a while. Now, we never really got on with Old Pulteney 17. And we had a little sip as part of the comparison. And now this is 46%, so it will taste stronger. So I'm gonna have another sip on our bottle first.
I think for me it's fantastic. It's very sustainable.
I just keep going between young and cheap, old and sophisticated. I'm totally unsure. Right. Oh, you should have tasted that while I was talking. Okay, Old Pulteney 17. Okay, a darker grassy flavour.
Oh, but it's very deep, very...
Yeah, it's deeper and the honey kind of comes up at the end. But it actually did taste somehow a little simpler than this.
It's just very light.
In terms of age, can you take a guess?
I mean, it's almost a nutmeg, but it's not diluted.
Okay, this doesn't make any sense. 1 minute you say it's 20 years old, the next minute you say it's new make. That's what I'm saying as well.
Okay, it tastes new make, but the finish is very old. It tastes 18 years.
Right. So it's like a new make light fruit start with a 18-year-old finish. Well,
no, maybe go paint it.
oh yeah, I forgot. What did I do for the drawing? I had something like this because it's so light in there, but there is this kind of rush of green pepper over the top. Something like this. Maybe there's a touch more honey to it than that, but that's more or less it.
I just thought this one.
I'm a bit conflicted. Would you prefer the Old Pulteney or this one?
I had both.
I have to say, the Old Pulteney is going to be moving up the shelf somewhere.
I like it. It's good.
Oh, you know what? I put a little sample in here. I wanted to try it against the Glencadam 15 because I remember this as being kind of a light lemony kind of a thing. What's the ABV? 46% also. Very close. More of a bitter grass finish on the Glencadam, but that's lovely as well.
It's heavier. I think that's different.
So this is lighter. Oh, quite a nice honeyed finish on the Glencadam. How are we doing for time? Oh, 25 seconds.
But this one, I have no complaint. But the Glencadam, I said, maybe a bit too bitter, or maybe something
Wow.
better. It's beautiful.
You know, I thought earlier on it might be the Balblair, and then I looked at the colour. Oh, time's up. And I thought, that Balblair's looking too dark. I know that's cheating, but I only looked when I went to get the bottle. Could be the Old Pulteney 12. That has been in that bottle for 2 years almost. Yes. No, almost. We have a Fettercairn. Well, stop drinking it then.
It was you got more than me
When?
yesterday.
Well, I've still got more today. Is it possible it is cheap old Suntory Toki?
Not.
Tipa says things like that. Oh, I hope not. But if you're liking it, you should say I hope it is, because that's a $30-40 bottle. It could be one of the ones on paper.
I probably go for this one. It's very similar color.
Oh, now you're doing colour. I don't think it could be that.
I go for either the two.
Right, well, I'll go for... We have a little extra if it's Fettercairn. Fettercairn, 18 years old.
Oh, 18. Oh, I go for 18.
OP12, what do you think? Right, I'll go to the chat before we do the reveal. Let's see. How is everyone doing today? I've been ignoring everyone in the chat as usual as we get through the work. Right. Who is in? I see Falsgraph saying hello. Petehead saying hello. Ralph. Oh, good. So Ralph is in, so he can see what he's picked. Graham Fraser. Okay, I'm going to skip on down. Hey, Mash and Drum. Jason, are you in? How are you doing? Everyone almost just in time. Yeah, Greg. Okay, who's got some guesses? Glen Keith. Petehead is going Glen Keith. It could be a really old, tired ex-bourbon. It could be. Old Pulteney 12, Flying Hussars guessing, I see there. Greg's Whiskey Guy. Limeburner Infinity is my snipe, but I think it's sherried, Greg. I think it is a sherried Infinity. Jimmy Jazz, good afternoon. A few guesses on the Old Pulteney.
Is that old Pulteney Spurf? They're not the Anumik. No, it's not the Anumik.
Yeah, but we give lots of bad notes, remember.
Therefore, you put other stuff. very difficult comparison.
Originally, I'd said, okay, it's down here on the shelf. The more we drank it yesterday, the more I liked it. But today, I'm not going top shelf. I'm going... See, I think I would like Glenallachie 13 more. I like the Glencadam more. I think we're sort of in here today, but we did like it more yesterday. Are we ready?
Yes.
Ready for the reveal. I am going to say it is Old Polton. We'll keep the Tocky in reserve. It costs. Well, it's here, but I think it's too dark. Okay, we'll keep Al Blair in reserve. Right, ready for the reveal. 43%. It is 18 years old. Oh. It cost us $81, and it is a Highland. Is it?
Yeah.
Deeper.
And from the very beginning, I said 18-year-old because of the finish.
Hang on. That's for me. And those are for you.
What a beautiful finish. It's perfect.
So this is a 1986. It's another weird one, isn't it? An independent bottle. Let me see if I can show you a little more of the label here. Fettercairn, 1986. 18 years old. Sorry, 1996. Now, what kind of cask is this? 299 bottles. And watered down, so it's almost... Oh, it says a hogshead, right? Ex-bourbon. And what is this?
About 2 years ago. So it's been for 2 years.
It has been in here since, let's see, December 2018. This is one of our very early bottles. What's the price? Let me see. I'm just going to quickly look. What's the price per year on this? Where is it? Fettercairn. $4.40 per year at 40 ABV. My normalization number. So we have a little sample here. We have a little tie along. This is Fettercairn, 12-year-old at 57%. And I forgot who we got it from. One of our trades. Oh, hang on. It is from Gregor. Gregor up in... Forgot where you are, Gregor. Portland. Let's see if it tastes somewhat similar. So Fettercairn, I think, has a kind of a bad reputation, doesn't it? Does anyone like Fettercairn? Let's give it a little bit of water. 57%. I think it's worth $80.
Great, that I can eat this make.
Well, that's what we're saying. It tastes like new make with an 18-year-old finish. Okay, that also tastes like new make with a 18-year-old finish, 12-year-old finish.
That is strange.
It's got this kind of pear drop start.
The flavour and not obvious.
No, it has this kind of candy pear drop, kind of slightly artificial sweetener taste about it, which is what I think we're interpreting as the new make thing. Let me go back to the chat.
So what do you think of this?
I'll have another sip in a minute. You have another sip. I'll go to the chat.
Can I have more water?
Oh, water. Yes. All right. Let's see. How can it taste like new make then? Yes, Greg. It is a funny one. I would never guess it's a Fettercairn though. The lady knows whiskey. Deepa has been getting the guesses. Fettercairns are a touch odd, Dustin. Yeah, well, it definitely had me confused. I I could have easily have gone for Suntory Toki on a light one. Oh, does it say 17 on the list? Oh, you know, it says 17 on this label, but it does say 18 here. My mistake. Sorry, false graph. Stingray, another surprise, yes. Craig is saying it's a nice range, the copper range of Signatory vintage. Well, they're certainly affordable, 43% versions. Bishop Burnboy, it's the external cooling on the stills gives Fettercairn its funk. Right. So
Not this one. Not this one.
no, but I was going for the stronger one to see if I would get more of the spirit flavor.
I should prefer this one. There's something. To must get on this.
It's a very delicate funk though. But I know what you mean. It is an odd one, but pleasant. Yeah, there's this little kind of sour turn to it. Let's see. Donapass had a Fettercairn 14 cask strength. Took a while to get into it, but yes, a bit odd. Graham Fraser, not a fan of Fettercairn. Official bottles are highly overpriced in the UK.
I like it much more than this one.
You like the soft one? Well, this is 12 years old, so maybe the 18 year is better. 18, yeah. Steve A has never tried Fettercairn, so he can't say whether he likes it or not. Right. Let's see. Jameson is saying, the guy from the Good Dram show, Chris. Actually, I was just watching Chris before this. He says Fettercairn has a very industrial taste. That makes sense.
I'm not getting industrial taste, but this one, it was mostly a summery nectarine.
But it does. There is something. I think when we were saying new make, but old.
I see.
New make but old does seem like maybe that's that industrial thing.
Okay.
I like Chris from the Good Dram show. Does he include Fettercairn in the Axis of Evil? I know he does with Deanston, but maybe he's changed on that one. Matthias, were you first to guess Fettercairn? If you're going to claim it, start thinking about whether you want top shelf, bottom shelf, deeper side, my side, or middle for your next bottle. I think it could well be you. Guess that's why they have a unicorn on the logo. Is that for Fettercairn or Signatory? Falsgraf, I once tasted the Fettercairn. It wasn't special, but certainly not bad. Yeah. Well, I like the light, delicate touch of it with a little bit of weirdness going on in there. Let's see, Ralph. I only know the Fior, bit smoky, independent bottle. More wins for the independents. Well, I guess this is independent as well, right? Let's see. Bishop Burnboy. They dribble cold water on the outside of the still neck. So does that make it? That would cool it earlier. So not on the line arm, but on the still itself, which makes me think it would kind of reflux earlier if it was being cooled faster. Sort of similar to having a very long line arm. So it would, I don't know, just guessing. External cooling, you mean the stills run outside? Oh, I see. Aaron, no, I think you've just got that answer. Right. Jameson, yes he does. Oh, it is. Fettercairn is part of the Axis of Evil. Okay. I've not discovered an earlier mention of Fettercairn than you. So, it looks like Matthias, you're up for making the guess. Well done. Let's give Matthias some fireworks. I haven't really had time to concentrate and you've drunk it all. Let's see. Oh, he loves Fettercairn. So Chris loves Fettercairn. Oh, I hadn't realised that, Greg. So not part of the Axis of Evil then. So with external cooling, it would condense on the sides and run down. That's what I was thinking. Donna Pass, yeah. Graham Fraser, heard Fettercairn sometimes have problems with their casks, so indie bottlings maybe shouldn't have the same issues. Or maybe they're the weird ones. Okay, Matthias. Deeper side, bottom shelf. No other instructions. Okay, great.
It's the most dusty stuff.
Oh, a lot of dust. I think they're all dusty these days. Quite a bit of dust.
Maybe from the air quality position.
Oh, we didn't do pick a bottle. There we go. This is going to be number 107. I'm just going to write Matt. Sorry, Matt, for the abbreviation. And are we ready to pour? Let's see what we're going to get for 107. We haven't had any peat since Lagavulin 16, I don't think. We're going to have to do some kind of clear out on the bottom of the shelf. Are you expecting, would you like something light, dark, smoky?
Smoky.
Okay, let's see. Well. Sorry, you didn't get much time to look at that, did you?
I just confirm.
Before Deepa's big greedy hand came in and grabbed it.
It's about to suck.
Ooh, smoky. Oh, hang on, hold that thought. Whiskey mail.
Oh, you never told me. I didn't know about it.
Bonus.
No, but it is.
Maybe I do. Maybe I don't.
It's a gift.
Ooh, whiskey mail bonus. What do you think it is?
I have no idea. Oh! Oh, yeah! But how much?
This is the Glenlossie. Can we see it?
I forgot it was supposed to go other stuff.
This is the one that we had as a sample. And we put it in number 3 position. And I had to go looking for some. There's tons of them around.
Almost.
It's not that expensive a bottle. It's about 110 or 20.
Easy to buy.
Pretty easy. A lot of people sent email or sent me a note saying, I see it in my local shop.
Can you open it up and you try it again?
Well, we still have a little bit. It's still in here. So, backup bottles on the Lossie. How strong is it?
Vanilla.
It's 53%.
We have not tried the new butter yet.
I know we haven't. We got distracted. Up until that, I'd had a 10-week break without buying anything.
Ooh, yummy.
Neck pour. It's good.
Oh, it's fantastic. But I like it.
Oh, it is good.
Ooh, it's almost smoky, but more of toasted.
Oh.
That blind. It's almost bacon.
Yeah. Oh no, of course it's not neck pour. I didn't open one, did I? It's bottle pour.
Oh!
My mind. Hang on, now I've got distracted.
This is new one.
This is our new one. Bonus whiskey. How long are we? Okay, we're not doing too bad for time today, because Roy will be coming over.
Roy.
We've got an
Very
Vita glass.
important. It's another alcohol.
Let's go to the chat before we taste. Okay. Let's see. Where were we up to? We got the glass, yes. Everyone remember to leave a thumbs up. Yes, please. Thanks, Jules. Tony Evans. I had a good independent bottling of Drumbeg, a 9-year-old Fettercairn at 55.1%. Oh, yeah, that sounds good. An ex-bourbon by the sounds of it. Do they do official bottlings? That's a good point, Dustin. Fettercairn, I don't think I've ever seen an official bottle. I think you might be right. Distillery bottles, relatively a new thing, Donna Pass is thinking. Okay, let's see. Yay, a smoky one for Deepa. Might the Glenlossie be a US release only peathead? Almost certainly, now that you say that. Because this brand, Alexander Murray, is it's something that does show up in Costco quite a lot here. Can you see the brand at the top? If I go back far enough? Okay, there you go. And my understanding, maybe this is better. Alexander Murray, my understanding, is an importer to the US, and it probably doesn't go anywhere else. And these bottles tend to show up in the US chain Total Wine. Costco, I've seen them, and I do see them around in smaller shops, but they seem to be a big supplier, and there must be a lot of bottles of these around. It doesn't say how many. But considering that, you know, people have said they have it locally in Dallas and, you know, all kinds of places.
Oh, Glenlossie.
It's good. Okay. I think we are all caught up on the chat. Right, we are caught up on the chat.
But it doesn't have a finish compared to 18 years.
Which one?
This button have a finish.
What's this one?
The
Glenlossie?
How many years?
19. Right, next. This will be Sunday. Maybe Sunday we'll do our spring bank.
Oh, it's Labour weekend.
Labour weekend. So this won't be Sunday. This will be next Thursday. That means on Sunday we're going to have our spring bank local barley, including the 16-year-old shootout. That's going to be exciting. Did you have a sip of this?
No.
See you on Sunday. See you at Roy's.